Hi, my name is Gemma Crisp. I'm the Acting Associate Editor of Stylist magazine, and I'm here at the brand new Halyard Hotel in Soho for the first ever Stylist Life Lessons event. Tonight we'll be hearing from 3 amazing, inspirational women about what their life lesson is. They have 15 minutes to share with the audience the one thing they've learned in life that every woman should know. Welcome to the first ever Stylist Life Lessons. Recently named one of the top 10 game changers by Radio 4's Women's Hour, please welcome to the stage Laura Bates.
If each of you takes a moment to think about it, I bet that the majority of you will be able to identify something really specific, whether it's a novel you've always wanted to write, a charity you've thought about starting, that you've just never quite taken that first step towards. And I think that having these kinds of pipe dreams is really common. I think it's a very human thing. We like to talk about taking a leap of faith. It's a phrase that we hear so much. It's a phrase that's been really over-romanticized, I think. It's a phrase that's almost taken on this kind of mystical, magical meaning. And it all sounds very appealing and romantic. But in reality, being on the edge of that leap can feel absolutely terrifying and overwhelming, no matter how big the step actually is. And I have a theory about this. I think that we hold ourselves back from taking the first step because we want to know what the ending will be and exactly how we'll get there before we start. We think about all of the potential roadblocks that we might come up against, we doubt our own credentials for the job, and we convince ourselves that the outcome is unlikely to be exactly the way that we imagine it to be, so we abandon the plan altogether. Because trying and failing seems so scary that it's much easier just not to start at all. What I want to suggest is that maybe we're looking at this the wrong way. Rather than trying to map out a path to the final conclusion before we start, we should focus only on the first step. Not because we don't know how to get to the destination, but because the destination is likely to change and get even better on the process of going on the journey.
I would like you to put your hands together for the one and only Francesca Martinez.
I run workshops for aspiring comics and writers, and I love it because I started comedy by going to workshops, and I don't think you can teach anyone to be funny, but you can help them see if they had the talent by helping give them confidence to find out. So I love kind of trying to create a safe environment so that people can feel like they can explore their creativity. So I think, kind of mentoring and teaching and passing on knowledge is part of life. I think we all do it in our lives to one extent or the other. But I think it's very important, and it's something that I love to do. And the reason why I wrote my book is because it made me so angry to think there are so many people, especially young people, and I think women out there who are like going through so much unnecessary suffering and self-esteem issues and body image issues, that I really wanted to share what I found, which was a shift in perception can change your life.
Please welcome the founder of the Huffington Post, Arianna Huffington.
Has anybody here been divorced? Wow, perfect, very few people, great. Well, I got divorced, and my ex-husband's parting gift before we knew we were getting divorced was to get me a dialect coach. Don't you think that's the most passive-aggressive gift you can give somebody? And he didn't just get me a dialect coach, he got me Jessica Drake, who is the most amazing Hollywood dialect coach. Just to give you an idea, she coached Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. And so Jessica followed me around for 2 weeks, and she would give me notes. After I spoke, after I did TV, she gave me notes while I was reading children's books to my children, who were really little at the time. And she would put diphthong symbols on Dr. Seuss so that I could practice. By the time she left my life, I was like paralyzed. I kind of knew everything I was doing wrong. I knew that I was mixing up the longies and the shorties, but I could not really be excuse me, Francesca, a normal human being, meaning, and speak properly, right? So I gave it up, and it was very liberating. And one of the things that I learned, and that I write about in Thrive, is that actually every night it's really great to give up something that no longer serves us. It could be a grudge, a resentment, jealousy, all of the negative emotions. Or it could be a project that you thought you were going to do, like losing your accent, or in my case, the most recent project I gave up, learning to become a good skier. And you could discover how liberating it is to give up a project by dropping it. And that way you complete it.
My question is, how do you prioritize or decide what to do or not to do on a professional level? Thank you.
Yeah, I think you have to feel your way. It's a really pertinent question for me because all of this was new to me when I started, and like I said earlier, I didn't set out thinking that this would be my final destination, so I never kind of planned or prepared for it. But the thing that I found really helpful is saying that you'll try anything once.
I thought the event was absolutely amazing. It's a really inspirational event to be at.
It was a brilliant choice. Stylist made a great selection in terms of for your first event.
I'm trying to work out what the best lesson I learned tonight was. There's so many, and I'm hugely excited to learn more about the three speakers and learn more about the further life lessons that Stylist has got coming up. As a sort of fairly senior woman in my business, I find it particularly inspirational because you're seeing stories of strong women in the workplace and fantastic case studies, work-life balance stories, and also amazing fashion, which is also very exciting.
Love that fashion.
Yeah.